If I can get my hand raised Saturday night, walk out of there with that BMF belt, I'm the baddest motherfucker forever, man.
With 17 words, Dustin Poirier didn't just set the tone for his last UFC fight, he triggered one of the most emotional and controversial legacy debates in recent MMA history. Because the word forever is heavy in fighting, it's dangerous. Nothing is forever here, champions fall. Legends fade and the octagon never forgives. Before we dive deep into the fire, hit that like button, subscribe for more fight stories, and let us know in the comments who's your forever BMF. Because this is going to get heated. So when Poirier stood in front of that mic and said he's the BMF forever, the MMA world split in two. Some said, hell yes. He earned it. Others said, that crown still belongs to Jorge. Or maybe Max, or maybe no one. So let's peel back the gloves. Let's dig deeper than highlight reels. Let's ask what it really means to be the BMF forever. Dustin Poirier wasn't built in a gym. He was built in Lafayette's heat, in fistfights on concrete, in the kind of neighborhoods where dreams are a luxury, before sponsorships and media. Scrums, he fought for $400 in parking lots. He shared motel rooms with cornermen. He didn't come from privilege, he came from pressure. And as the saying goes, pressure makes diamonds. He didn't arrive in the UFC with buzz, no Olympic gold, no viral knockout, no hype train, just grit. Raw, Cajun-born grit, and over 29 UFC appearances, he crafted a resume not built on glory, but on grind. Most UFC fighters have a highlight. Dustin has volumes. The firefight with Justin Gaethje, chaos incarnate. The bloodbath against Dan Hooker to 25 minutes of pain. The trilogy with Conor McGregor, drama, hype, revenge. The chess match versus Max Holloway 2 for interim gold. He's been in 7 fight of the night wars. He's shared the cage with 10 former or current world champions. And never once, not once, did he say no to a fight. But here's the kicker. He lost the biggest ones. Against Khabib Nurmagomedov and Charles Oliveira. When undisputed gold was on the line, he tapped. And for some fans, that disqualifies him from any forever talk. But for others, that proves it even more. Because real BMFs don't need perfect records. They need perfect heart. Let's talk about the belt. The BMF title was introduced at UFC 244 as a one-time gimmick. Masvidal, Diaz, street style, trash talk, Scarface vibes, but the belt took on a life of its own. It became a badge of blue-collar violence. A tribute to those who made carnage an art form. Being the BMF doesn't mean you win every fight. It means you walk forward when logic says stop, you bleed, and still swing, you go through hell, and smile on the way out. And who does that better than Dustin Poirier? Even Jorge Masvidal, the original BMF, once said, Dustin's one of the realest dudes in this game. He's a dog, no doubt. So what makes this so controversial? The forever claim, ego or emotion. I'm the baddest motherfucker forever. It wasn't whispered, it wasn't humble, it was said with conviction, with weight, with finality, but the fight hadn't even happened. Max Holloway was still coming. So was Dustin calling his shot? Or trying to write his fairy tale before the ending was even written? Because if Holloway, a fellow warrior and a man he beat once, had knocked him out that night, would we still be having this conversation, or would his mic drop become a meme? Here's where things get poetic. Dustin Poirier's first UFC opponent was Max Holloway. And 13 years later, his last opponent? Still Max Holloway. To men, same weight class, same hunger. But very different roads. Holloway is volume, precision, smile through the fire kind of fighter. Poirier is power, chaos. There. Trilogy was never personal, but it was meaningful. And when Max pointed to the ground, and they brawled in the final seconds, fans knew this is what the BMF belt was made for. So if Max had won, would he then become the BMF? That's the tension Poirier's forever claim created, despite not being undisputed champ. Despite the losses, Poirier is one of the most beloved fighters in the world. Why? Because he's human, he talks openly about sobriety, He shares his fears before fights. He stays humble in victory, respectful in defeat, and he builds schools, feeds families, and gives back to Louisiana every chance he gets. He represents something bigger than violence. He represents redemption, resilience, REALNESS. When Dustin fights, it feels like we are fighting. UFC 318 wasn't just a fight. It was a homecoming. New Orleans. The crowd roared. Lil Wayne walked him to the cage. James Brown blasted through the speakers. I paid the cost to be the boss, Dustin said. So I had to walk out to that one last time. No fake drama. No retirement tears. Just a final warning to walk away. He didn't get retired. He retired himself, and that's rare in this sport. Most fighters leave the game broken. Dustin left it better than he found it. Let's answer the question. And let's be real. Is Dustin Poirier the best fighter in history? No. Is he undefeated? No. Is he even the most decorated? Still no, but is he the most respected? Among the most tested, the one who never ducked, never folded, and always gave every piece of his soul? Hell yes. If BMF is about what you risk, not just what you win, then Dustin Poirier is the forever guy, not because the belt says it, because his body of work does. Pressure made him a diamond. War made him a legend, but his final words made him unforgettable. I'm the baddest motherfucker forever. So what do you think? Is Dustin Poirier the eternal BMF, or is that title still up for grabs? Let us know in the comments. Like, share, argue, respect, because legacy isn't written by belts. It's written by the people, and Dustin, he was always one of us.